Over the weekend, Jamestown's leaders announced that Councilwoman Victoria James passed away suddenly on Saturday. James was not only a local lawmaker, serving the city's 3rd Ward since 2015, and as a county legislator from 2006 to 2013, but also a beloved mother, wife, and friend. Joining us on the show is her daughter, Kiana James, also known as Kiki. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
I can't even imagine what your family and you are going through right now. How is everyone holding up?
Honestly, we're all being strong. Mostly everybody knows we buried our grandmother last week, and now my mother has passed away. So the family is definitely sticking together. It's bringing us closer together as well. We just have us, so we're hanging in there. And definitely thank you for the city for the outpour of condolences. It's honestly been amazing.
Yeah, I know the news yesterday really came as a shock to so many here in the Jamestown area. Since then, we've seen dozens of people, as you mentioned, expressing their deep sadness and shock on social media. A lot of people still asking why at this time. Can you walk us through what happened?
Well, honestly, she just, you mean as far as how she passed away? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she had a heart attack, honestly. There's just a lot of going on. So, I mean, she didn't have any health issues. It was sudden, but honestly, there's no medical issues. But I just think my mom was hurt. Her heart was broken. It's hard losing your mother. And, you know, she was the older child, having to handle things and, you know, personal life. So I just think my mom's heart was broke, but she was, honestly, I feel like it was very sudden. She wasn't in any pain. She didn't suffer. She has a relationship with God, so I know she's good, and she's over watching now, so yes.
Yeah, and I know that there are so many people here in the city of Jamestown who really do love your mother and are connected with her, and I imagine your family too as well. What are some of the things that you've been hearing from people over the last 24 hours or so?
The biggest thing is just how my mom affected so many people's lives from childhood. I mean, and it's not even just hearing. I've lived it. Granted, I do live in Alabama, but I lived my first 23 years here in Jamestown. My mom has always had an open door policy to not just the north side, the entire city. We've housed many adults, children. There's times I've had to give my room up for people, you know, that she felt bad because they didn't have anywhere to go. So the main thing that I'm hearing is just how my mom has always been there for people, how she helped them, in their careers get to where they're, you know, a lot of people interned for her, and, you know, she was at the YMCA for so long and loved school, and she started so many programs, and she just helped so many of the kids that didn't have that help at home, or if they weren't even comfortable with going home, they always knew that my mom would be there for them and not judge. And she was definitely going to be there and do whatever. Even if she didn't have it, she was going to find it a way for, you know, to help that person out. So yeah, it's just the helping out, yes.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of that, unfortunately, anymore, where you have that self-service where really the community always comes first. Mm-hmm. And tonight, I know the city is planning to honor your mother with a moment of silence before the council meeting. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, her work spanning over a decade. Just last summer, she really rose to the forefront, tackling police reform here in the Jamestown community and working to get more people involved in government. I want to play a clip for you from the city's Juneteenth walk where she delivered quite the inspirational message.
I don't usually say this too out loud too much, but when people come and they're complaining to me, which they're supposed to, about things that are going on. They're not happy with this, they're not happy with that. Okay, I get it. That's what I'm here for. That's what I ran for. But then my next question is, did you vote? And they're like, no. So I'm gonna be keeping 100. In my head, I'm saying, well, so why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me? If you won't even take the first step to vote, and that gives you the right to put in who you want in the office. So we have to get out and vote.
What does her imprint on the community here mean to you and your family?
Her imprint, it's crazy. My mom is a legend. Like, honestly, my mom is a Jamestown legend. She's an icon. That's how I can sum it up. The imprint that she has left is just, it's amazing. My mom, even before she was a politician, I don't consider my mom a politician, but even before politics, her imprint was amazing. Nobody did the things that my mom did. She started programs without, the community supporting her. When her saying, "Did you go vote?" When people were coming to her, and that's how she was. Like, she would hear your problem, but what are you gonna do to help fix it? And that's what she tried to help us all understand, that yeah, there's issues, but what are you gonna do to help fix the problem? Are you gonna be a part of the problem, or are you gonna do something about it? So my mom was so strong, and she made me the strong person that I am to push and to help the world become a better place, because I definitely believe that's what her ultimate goal was. Just not the community, just a world, because the imprint is crazy that she left. It's just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't have that in their life, where they didn't do so much to have such an impact. What do you think that her legacy will be here in Jamestown? I know that the city government is working on plans to try to honor her in a longer lasting capacity.
Honestly, and it's funny because everybody keeps asking me if I'm moving back to, fill her shoes, and I'm like, those shoes are way too big to fill. Those things are full and put away. But I would love to, help and continue what my mom has worked so hard for. I've been in school for so long to end up, I wanted a community center. So with all this happening, it's just like everything's kind of happening crazily, like putting myself in place for things. So I think a community center in the honor of my mother, or just something, because like I said, my mom is a Jamestown legend, an icon. Like, she deserves so much in the city, because she fought so hard for everybody. So yes, I think this whole city, like I said, just not her district, owes her a lot, because like, she was a foot soldier. She definitely paved the way for a lot of us, and she definitely set us up all for success and how to, get that success as well.
Yeah, and I really do feel that the right people will make the right choices to make that happen. What is next now in the process over the next few days? I imagine there's going to be a lot of people really interested in attending services for your mother. Have you been talking with local religious leaders and planning that process?
Yeah, there hasn't been any final plans yet. We actually will be meeting with the funeral home today to make those arrangements.
All right, so certainly a lot of people wanting to keep tuned to that. Please
Yes.
let us know. We'll
Most
be happy
definitely.
to
Most
share
definitely.
in any way. Is there anything else that you want to say to the community about your mother that you want to let them know?
Honestly, just continue. You know, everybody we know who supported my mom, just continue supporting her legacy, all the hard work that she did for our community. The community is definitely going to have to stick together because we have lost, just not my family. I feel like this whole city, we have definitely lost a great, great person. And I did an interview this morning with Post Journal, and he made it known to me that my mother and Lula Taylor died on the same day, 3 years apart, which Lula is the one who got my mom in the position that she's in. So it's just like things are happening. So it's just weird. It's kind of weird, but it's God's work. And I just want everybody to be peaceful, continue living her legacy, my family to keep pushing, and everybody just hold your family members and tell them that you love them, because one day they're here and literally the next day you're talking to them and they're gone. So just remember all the great things that my mom did, all the great things that she instilled in all of us. Love school, the Y, Job Corps, JCC, everything. Girls in the Middle, Princess Club, Emmanuel Baptist Church, just everybody. I'm giving my love to everybody, and thank you for the love that's given to us. And just when this is not over, a lot of people, when they mourn or there's death, it's only for a hot second, and when, everybody forgets. And I don't want anybody to forget my mom, because I'm not going to forget her, and I'm going to make sure her legacy is known and it continues, and I'm going to fight for my mother. So, and I love her.
Absolutely. Kiana James joining us on the broadcast today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it really means a lot. May God bless you and your family as you continue through this time. I know that there's a lot of people out there who really want to give their love, so we appreciate it.
Definitely, thank you.